Hello and welcome to this amazing edition of Page by Page, showing only on Royal Television. And of course, it's an amazing Friday in the city of Lagos and in the studio. My name is Gratitude Imokwede, and this is still the All Topic segment where we talk about the happenings and concerns around our society across the state. And I'm not doing this alone. I have an amazing personality with me, an on-air personality and a political analyst, Bayo Durugo. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very good.
Ah,
Gratitude.
you look amazing. Mazi, hope you're fine.
I'm good.
Okay, right now. So we're diving direct into a topic of discussion for today as a statement made by the special advisor to the president went on air and said something that really didn't settle well with Nigerians. And this video has been making round on social media. And in his words, he said, I have people working for me privately and I ask them questions about how they are surviving and adjusting. This government has increased wage by more than 100%. But right now we're going to watch the video and give our reactions to the video, and also would like your viewers to give your reaction to it as well. Stay with us.
One day I was traveling from Lagos, from Ibadan to Lagos, and Google Maps told me that there's a go-slow in the approach to Lagos. I decided to take Ijebu-Ode, Shagamu, via Shagamu. And what struck me was that I just found myself on a paved road, concrete road. I said, wow, when was this one built? I've not been to Ijebu for some time, and the few times I've been there, I always came through Ekwe. So I said, wow, this is different. And I found that our people, when I say our people, I mean our Ijebu people, they've stopped complaining. I said, oh, no wonder they now have a brand new road that's not just an asphalt road, a concrete road.
Right.
Is that not beneficial to me or any use of that road? Is it beneficial? People are benefiting.
Yeah, but
I live in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Anytime I go to Lagos and I ask Google Map to tell me how soon will I get home, Google Map will tell me 1 hour, 7 minutes. Before, 2 hours, 30 minutes. And the reason for that is because we now have a coastal road that has shortened my travel time. Is that not beneficial? What are people talking about really? Look, if you have students, if you are a parent, and you have 4 children in university, and they're able to access federal loan, which is interest-free, are they not benefiting? Are the parents not benefiting?
You see, the
If you are a civil servant and you can access the credit card, very cheap loan, at below interest is about 7%, now people can access that loan at single digit. Are they not benefiting?
well, there are question marks over
No,
how
just,
monies are trickling down to people with regard to those loans.
We have been pigeonholed into certain assumptions, certain conclusions. People just say it's like in the early days of this government. I think the president went to Lagos. I think it was coming from the Central Mosque, and somebody now did a voiceover. And that means we are hungry. Since then, people have been saying that, hey, we are hungry.
Yeah, but
I'm a Nigerian. I have people working for me privately. I don't see the level of hunger people are talking about, because I see them and I keep asking them questions. How are things? How are they adjusting? What are the problems?
Wow, that's really a sad one coming from the special advisor to the president, someone who should be representing Nigerians. But before I give my 2 cents about this story, what do you think about it?
It's honestly very, very sad. It's very, very sad that we have political leaders who do not care about the citizens. They don't care about anything that is happening with the citizens. And going to say that Nigerians do not live in hunger is callous. Because most Nigerians today live in abject poverty.
Very true.
Before, we used to have the rich, the poor, and the middle class. Right now, there's no middle class. It's either you're rich or you're poor. You get?
Yeah.
Because if you say, okay, there's nobody living in abject poverty, or there's no hunger in Nigeria, then what then do you say about the people living in obscure area, like people living in the down part of Lagos and all of that? Because you live in a highbrow society, or you have workers who live in highbrow societies and highbrow areas, rather, you come out and you say that there's no hunger in Nigeria. I think that is very, very callous from the special advisor to the president.
That's very true. You made mention of two things that caught my attention, and I feel like you need to talk about. The first one is nail fund. You mentioned nail fund. The second one is he mentioned something about Ijebu area, that he passed through that route and the roads are now fixed, and that should be enough for residents of that area. But it brings me now to the question, should that be enough? The high cost of living has gone up. Commodities, common commodities that everyone should be able to afford, petrol, gas, everything has gone up. So what is the relationship between that and roads and infrastructures? Are those the basic things that Nigerians need right now?
In 2026, should we still be talking about roads? Should we still be talking about roads in 2026? Should we still celebrate the government for doing roads?
Doing their jobs.
Like, this is the firstly, the government needs to understand that they are public servants. And they are being paid to do these things.
Very
They're not
true.
doing it for free. You understand? So if we are celebrating roads in 2026, it goes to show how bad the system is. If we are still celebrating roads, okay, we are celebrating the president because he has completed this road or he has completed in 2026. I'm talking about nail fund. I remember back in the days where education, you could pay your school fees for 18,000, 10,000.
25K.
You understand? And
Yeah.
now, school fees is about 200 and something thousand naira for students in federal institutions and public universities cannot be able to, a woman selling gari or selling fish cannot send her child to school because you have to pay 250,000 for a semester. And there are also schools who pay per semester, not even per year. There are schools who pay. And what is now the difference between sending to a private university and a public university where they would still have strikes and all of that? And we are celebrating nail fund. I remember when someone was saying on the internet that there's a time where education was free in this country.
Yeah.
There's a time where education was free. There's a time where people would finish school and companies are waiting for them to like employ.
Yeah.
Are our students even employable in today's world? I do feel our educational system is backwards.
Backwards.
Our educational system is backward in today's world. Can a student from LASU or Unilag come out to challenge someone who finished abroad? It's not even possible. It's not possible because you'd see the scheme or the whatever they're using today is what they've been using 20 years ago, 30 years ago.
40,
and
50
it's
years ago.
outdated. The world has moved. We're not even in internet age anymore. And it's as if we are still in Stone Age in Nigeria.
Age.
You understand? The
Very
world has
true.
moved to AI and other things. And I feel like that is why we are still celebrating roads and nail fund and all these other things. You understand? And you saying, okay, that the road to your house is motorable or the road is good, does that mean that all the roads in Nigeria are good?
Very valid question. Very valid question. And this does go further to say that these politicians just see Nigerians how they perceive us to be. If you're talking to me like I'm stupid or I'm dumb, it means you think I'm stupid and I'm dumb. Why would you want us to celebrate your job? You're doing your job. You want to celebrate the barest minimum. What are you doing for us? You have been assigned there to serve Nigerians. So what exactly are you doing for Nigeria? And it's so sad again to see that the special advisor, which he should be like representing Nigerians and explaining or giving a clear view of what we're going through to the president and to the politicians, it's saying this. How would you say your colleagues or people around you are saying that they're not suffering, they're not hungry, and you're not seeing any hunger anywhere? Why would you even say that? And now I'm just going to go through Nigeria's poverty index as of this year, 2026. In 2026, Nigeria's poverty rate is projected to reach 62%, with an estimated 141 million people living below the poverty line. Reports from the World Bank and PwC highlight a persistent discount between macroeconomic reforms and household welfare, with low-income families severely affected by high food and living costs. Underline high food and living costs, not roads, not infrastructures, not buildings that we don't need as Nigerians. Poverty has gone up. The population is affected. Income is stagnated. And he made mention of something that wages has increased by 100%.
Yeah.
We were first receiving 30% as the minimum wage. 30,000 naira, I mean, as the minimum wage. And now it's 70,000. Can 70,000 sustain a family for a whole month till the next pay? Is that even possible?
So if you're looking at it from that angle, you would see that when the minimum wage was at 30,000 naira, you could see, even when it was at 18,000 naira, you could see that you could get a bag of rice for as low as 7,000 naira. You could get a bag of rice for 5,000. You could get local rice as at that time for 3,000 naira. Now, can the 77,000 naira even get you a bag of rice?
No.
Can someone that earns 77,000 naira would still pay his transport to work, would still pay his rent? Can 77,000 naira even buy fuel today? Look at the price of fuel today, in today's world. So it's as if the government is just making a fool of us. It's just like beating a child and telling the child not to cry. You understand? And the special advisor saying something like this goes to show how our leaders are. It goes to show how they see us. They feel like we are or something. You understand?
Yeah, that is very true, which is very, very sad. But we really hope that one day, hopefully from the coming office or the coming party that's going to win the election, we would get a light at the end of the tunnel eventually, if that happens. Yeah, but right now, we're just really saying that Nigerians should keep speaking in one voice and vote right. PVC registrations are still on, so you still have the opportunity to do the right thing now that you have the chance. Thank you so much, Herbert Durugo, for shedding more light to this topic today. Thank you so much. And to all our amazing viewers out there, thank you so much for sticking with us from the beginning to the end of this amazing edition of Page by Page. And also follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and X. My name is Gratitude Imokwede. Bye for now.